back. Derek Langford joins us now, and he'll have your full weather forecast in just a second. But first of all, Derek, we're talking about a sport that you actually introduced me to the beginning of the summer, and one I actually really like, disc golf.
Yeah, it's super fun. The official disc golf season sort of ended on Sunday. Of course, you can still play, but yeah, I sort of talked to the president about just the season they had, because it was, they had a flood. And they hosted a giant tournament in Taylor. They helped Fort St. John build a course. It was just sort of very eventful.
Yeah, they did a lot this season. We're looking forward to that. And welcome back. Derek Langford joins us again with sports. And Derek, as we were mentioning, the disc golf season in Dawson Creek is officially over.
Yeah, they had their league championship this past Sunday. Now, well, there won't be any more league nights or anything. The course is still open, and as I told you in weather, it's going to be sunny weather pretty much all weekend and great temperatures. So, it's still plenty of time to get some games in before the snow inevitably comes.
And this past year for the Disc Golf Club was quite eventful.
Yeah, the Dawson Creek Disc Golf Club, it's sort of like a toddler, only a couple of years old. The sport made its way to the Mile Zero City just last year. The second season of disc golf was wild for both good and not so good reasons. From a flood that should have wiped out the course to the biggest disc golf tournament the region's ever seen. It was a crazy season for the sport and the piece. In Dawson Creek, things started innocently enough.
We defined the tee pads for the white tees on the course. We used concrete curb stops and painted them. It was kind of nice to have a little bit more permanency on the course, and makes it easier for people from out of town to know where to throw from.
Shortly after, the large flooding in Dawson Creek saw the majority of the course submerged underwater. Somewhat surprisingly, nothing washed away. Only one basket suffered minor damage. But the destruction of 15th Street Bridge caused minor problems. Nothing a little car drive or mini hike couldn't solve, though.
When it's dry out, you can walk across the creek. And when it's not dry out, we just, on league nights, we drive around and we would play half the course and then drive around and play the other half. So we made it work.
Growing the sport in the piece was also on the agenda this season. Martin helped some disc golf fans in Fort St. John build a course this past summer.
We put some resources and some time and a lot of trips up to Fort St. John, and we helped them out with scouting out different parks like Kin Park and Toboggan Hill, and the course is at Toboggan Hill right now, and yeah, so it's really great great to help out another city and get another club going.
Which led to the super successful Battle of the Peace tournament held at the Lone Wolf Golf Course in Taylor, with attendance numbers far exceeding expectations.
We hosted like the largest tournament in this region ever, and it was the same participation numbers as the Alberta Open in Edmonton. So I think that's pretty impressive.
The growing popularity of disc golf was apparent at the Dawson Creek League Championship on Sunday.
Our championship game here the other day on the 18th, we had twice as many people as we did last year.
Despite the large turnout, the final battle was played by the two men that duked it out for first last year.
I shot, I think, 13 or 14 under par after 2 rounds of play, and Joel Stainer, he was second. And then we had a championship head-to-head match play after that, and he beat me again for the second year in a row.
Although the official season is over, Martin says he hopes to set up some fun events like doubles night until there's snow on the ground. Toronto Blue Jays and some matinee